How to Start Playing Magic the Gathering, a Beginner's Guide. The following is a 6-step guide to starting Magic the Gathering from absolute scratch. This is not a video that teaches you how to play the game, but rather guides you in your purchases and decision-making so that you can go from having never played Magic to being able to attend store events and regularly play games. Please note, as always, this video is only meant as guidance, not absolute rules. It is one path, one method of many, but it is only a suggestion. It is designed with the goal of being able to play regularly at store events. But that may not be your own personal goal when it comes to Magic. Still, even if you are looking to achieve different things from this game, perhaps by seeing one path people can take, you might discover new ideas that will help you meet your needs. If you'll allow me one more preamble, I'd like to stress the importance of having a friend or partner to play with. The most important thing you can do as a new player is to play. Practice, practice, practice. And in order to do this, it helps to have a practice partner. Going into this game with a friend or lover is a huge advantage, as you'll always have someone to play with and learn with. I'm a major advocate of couples getting into Magic together, as it gives you both a fun and engaging activity that you can share with one another. If you don't know anyone who is interested in learning with you, or who already plays, don't despair. Magic is a highly social game. Hanging out at your local game store isn't just how you get in games. It is also how you meet people and make friends. So where do you begin from absolute scratch? Step 1. Buy Duels of the Planeswalkers 2014. Duels of the Planeswalkers is one of the best starting points for brand new players who have zero experience with Magic the Gathering. Playing it teaches you the basic concepts of the game, casting spells, etc. It is an excellent tutorial with the reputation as a gateway drug to full-scale Magic the Gathering addiction. Best of all, you can play it as much as you want, when you want, without needing a second player. This is ideal for early practice and training. Please note, Duels of the Planeswalkers 2014 is far, far superior to Duels of the Planeswalkers 2015. While 2015 has its strengths, I would strongly recommend that you look into starting with Duels 2014. The fact that Duels 2014 is available at an extreme discount due to being the older version is another added plus. As of the filming of this video, it's available on Steam for only $10. Step 2. Get 2 QuickStart Decks. Viewers of this channel know that I do not recommend new players purchasing intro packs, booster boxes, or even a deck builder's toolkit. What I do suggest is picking up 2 QuickStart Decks. What are QuickStart Decks? These are distributed to local game stores and typically free for new players. They don't contain any cards of value, but they are an excellent basic deck for players to start practicing with. I say get 2, preferably so you can play yours against a friend. The decks are well matched against each other. They contain basic cards and basic mechanics, and best of all, are typically free. Whenever I hear people suggesting new players buy 2 intro packs to play against one another, I always suggest instead getting 2 of these. At $10 to $15 for an intro pack, you're spending money that can be put to better use later. Alright, so at this point in your starting MTG journey, your goal is to get comfortable with the basics of the game. Step 3. Join your store's league. Once you've become relatively comfortable with the basics of the game, the next best step and use of your time and money would be by joining your store's league. Now, obviously, this is only possible if A, your store has a league, and B, that league has a healthy, active population, as well as C, you have the ability and time to frequent your shop and play games. But assuming your store does have an active league and you can go there often enough for games, This is the next best step. League games are typically much more relaxed and casual than even Friday Night Magic. People are less likely to be angry and aggressive towards you if you stumble or make an error. Best of all, once you've bought your League deck, which is typically about $24, you can play as often as you want without spending additional cash. This, again, is why I urge players not to just buy boosters for cracking. The cost of League is typically the same as buying those boosters individually, but you get deck building and gameplay experience. With a little luck, you might even win a few prizes. Cards that you don't put in your League deck can be played with in your QuickStart deck. At the very least, you've started your Magic collection, and in building your League deck, you have created your first sealed constructed deck, which is the type of deck building you do at launch or pre-release events. Your goal at this point is to not only familiarize yourself with the cards, but also to get very comfortable with playing a game of Magic. You want to no longer be hesitating about the order of phases or stumbling through declaring attackers, etc. A week or two of frequent League games combined with casual games with your QuickStart deck and burning through Duels of the Planeswalkers again should get you there. And at this point you've only spent about $34 to $35. Next step? Step 4. Play a draft. Draft is one of the most popular Magic formats. The price can vary from store to store, but on average it is on par with the cost of buying your boosters individually. I've seen a range of cost from $9 drafts to $15 drafts, with the higher end having better prize support in exchange for the higher price of play. But play is the key. Again, as opposed to just buying the boosters individually, you are getting so much more training, practice, and overall gameplay by actually participating in a draft. Whenever a new player is asking about which booster box to buy in order to put a deck together, I think of all the drafts that booster box could have paid for, all the experience lost, and relatively the same number of cards obtained. What's more, drafting gives you a choice in what you are walking away with. If there's specific commons, uncommons, or if you are very lucky, rares and mythics that you are looking for, then you can opt to select them as you draft your deck. Either way, since drafting requires nothing more than knowledge of how to play the game and the price of entry, I always suggest this as a starting or early in-store event for new players. Step 5. If a pre-release or launch is upcoming, attend. Again, make sure that you are comfortable enough with the basics of the game. Tapping, untapping, casting basic spells, declaring attackers and blockers, etc. before you sign up for a pre-release. But once you are, I always recommend attendance. Again, you are getting cards and getting gameplay experience. If you've missed the last pre-release or launch, don't worry. There are 4 per year, so one is always going to be coming up soon. Step 6. Put your first standard deck together. The best options for putting your first standard deck together are to possibly start with an event deck or look for a $20 to $30 budget deck. In either case, take a look at the cards you've already acquired through League, drafting, and possibly a pre-release. They might influence which budget deck you want to go for. You can decide to buy into colors you now like, and even be able to use some of the cards you may already have. Now you are ready to attend a Friday Night Magic or other standard in-store event. So where are you at the end of this progression? You are comfortable enough with the game that you can play in basic store tournaments. You have a League deck to play with anytime you go into the shop. You have a basic standard deck that you can continue to upgrade and improve. Your Magic card collection has been started. You can draft and regularly play in events like Friday Night Magic or pre-release. You are now a beginning Magic player. Welcome. I hope this video has been helpful to you. You can help me out by remembering to subscribe, like, share, or just by leaving a comment. And remember, you can't play Magic at Target or Walmart, so whether buying cards or accessories, try and spend that money at your local game store whenever possible. You're investing in your Magic community.